Folks, welcome back to Conversations.
Welcome.
We're your host, Ben,
And I'm Ryan. What's going on?
and we're back.
We are back.
Here, and we're back.
And this is a kind of a special day, right?
Is it a special
it's a different day. We're
Isn't
shooting on
every
a
day a
different
different day?
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Like today is a special day in terms of we normally shoot on a different day. We're
We're on a Wednesday
on
today.
a Wednesday today.
Yeah, we normally shoot on Thursdays.
And today is launch day.
Launch day.
Yeah, you might be seeing this on another episode.
This might come out like in 2 months. So then, like, launch day was a while ago.
No, it'll come out sooner. But
yeah. No, this is launch day. You know what? Let's start off with a proper cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Boom.
And we're excited. Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, Mark.
Yeah, we are up and running.
Yeah, no turning back now.
There is no turning back now. So we're out there. If y'all have been listening, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Watching on YouTube, thank you so much. But no, it's good. I've been excited today. We got some good feedback.
Yeah.
You know, our friends are listening. Our friends are laughing at us.
Friends are laughing. Some of the ones that we never told these stories to, I guess, or
Yeah.
people that kind of know us through passing and stuff.
I listened to the episode today. I actually really enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Really
Yeah,
enjoyed
me
it.
too.
Yeah.
I felt like I was like, oh, I want to know
Because
these guys.
you know what's funny about podcasts? You are inclined to talk about things and tell stories that you normally wouldn't just naturally.
Yeah.
But because you're like having a dedicated sit down conversation, these stories will come out. And that's
sure.
why you're like, dude, I never knew that about you.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
well,
I think between the two of us, we have a lot of
because
life
there's
experience.
no proper time to like hanging out on the Fridays. Like, hey, I have to tell you something, Ryan.
Yeah.
I jumped a kid back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you would never just randomly say something like that, even if that.
Although that would spark up a pretty fun conversation, I think.
Hence, maybe we need to be having better quality hangout times.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I
think so.
I enjoy our hangouts.
I enjoy it. I think we definitely get into the deep conversations, like where we can go on for hours, right? And
can.
into the wee hours of the night. So yeah, I definitely think that doing this, I get to hear these new stories of you that I've never heard of. All these other people that know you or your followers and things like that who are a fan of you because of, you know, Jabberwockies and Kinjas, like they want to hear these stories too, you know. So
I think there's an interesting psychological thing about that. When you hang out in a casual setting,
yeah,
you tend to talk about surface level things. Not to say that there's anything bad with that. It's like, how are you? How's your week? How's work? How's your family? And then like, okay, what are we doing today?
Yeah.
Like, what's the fun thing that we're gonna do? So we like talk about some of just like, you know, the surface level talk of periphery things, and then we just get into like, all right, what are we eating? Where are we going? And like, but when we sit down for like a dedicated hour, where unless we're talking about something real, this is a dead air conversation.
yeah.
So I think that's just interesting. I just love the whole podcasting
too.
because it forces you to dig deep and tell the stories that you wouldn't normally tell.
And I definitely am starting to be a bigger fan of like, because I'm starting to become a fan of, well, because everyone has a podcast, right? So someone that I'm a fan of usually has a podcast. Like it's kind of weird. So it's really, like someone that I'm a big like Will Ferrell. Or let's say
Will Ferrell has a podcast?
No, sorry, I didn't mean to say Will Ferrell. I meant to say Conan O'Brien.
I was gonna say I would be subscribed to Will
Yeah,
Ferrell's podcast.
and so like
I am subscribed to
Conan
O'Brien's
and
podcast.
my favorite comics, like all the comics have podcasts. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool because you just kind of hear what they wouldn't. It's not a bit. I mean, it is a little bit of a bit too, but it's not a stand up like set that they're doing rehearsed. You know what I mean? It's kind of raw. Like I really enjoy that about the podcast element of things. So
Same.
Yeah.
Well, we've been doing a lot of solo rounds. It's just been us, and then of course Mark.
Yeah.
Of course our trusted producer,
Editor, producer
in the shadows.
Yeah.
Who tends to randomly talk.
Someone said VOG.
VOG.
Voice of God. Like, you know, the guy that you don't see, but you hear on the.
So Mark's our voice of God.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Or let's say the voice of VOS, voice of supervisor.
I thought you were gonna say voice of Satan because
No, 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 no.
you went from voice of God, VOG to VOS.
Well, just because,
Oh, you went from God. I'm like,
I don't want to
Satan?
offend anyone. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
he's obviously not God.
So what are we doing today, Ryan? What are we talking
Today
about?
is
We're
a
gonna do something a little bit
special day.
different. We're breaking our little trio, and we're doing something a little different.
We're adding. We have a guest.
We have a guest. Our first guest.
Our first guest, and it's not that we don't have guests. It's that we wanted to bring her on because we talk a lot about her. I talk a lot about her. She is the topic of subject sometimes of our conversation, right? Mm-hmm. The subject of topic of our conversations. So
Are you having trouble with words today?
Yes,
or?
I'm a little nervous because first of all, this
Are
is the
the
first
words
time we've had
difficult today, Ryan?
We've had the first time. Yes, it's the first time. Now you're throwing me off, bro. Stop. No. Okay.
Oh my god.
So it's the first time we had a guest,
love this right now.
The first time we've had a guest. So, and it's a special one. It's my wife, Veronica Vero. She agreed to come on, and we're gonna talk about some dating stuff, right? And
We're
then
gonna talk about dating. Okay.
dating, and then let's talk. I mean, I don't know. I definitely have said some
Dating's
stuff
always
about her.
fun to talk about.
I've definitely talked about stories about her. I don't know, like if you guys remember any of the stories, but she definitely, when she watched the podcast, she was like, that wasn't how it happened. So maybe
so she's here to fact check.
Maybe
you.
she could. I don't know. We'll see.
This is gonna be fun.
It's kind of
this is gonna be
unfiltered
very fun.
and unscripted, right? So we're just bringing her on. So
okay, well,
everyone, audience, everyone, I would like to introduce my beautiful wife, Vero. She's going to be joining us today. So, yay! Paksu. Hey, hold on, let me get out of the way. Hold on.
Wife.
Hi. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, everyone, this is my beautiful wife, Vero. We've been together for 7 years. Oh, and my dog, Desi. This is a family show. So, yeah. He's our dog. So yeah. Anyways, this is my wife, and she's here to talk about some stuff, right? We're gonna talk about dating.
Well, I feel like we're here to get some fact checks.
Yes, I'm okay doing that too.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because did we talk about you guys on this show? Of how you guys got together.
I feel like there's gonna be like clips coming up.
Okay, so you've been together for how long?
7 years.
7 years already. Mm-hmm. Wow. Is that right?
Yes, I
7
think so.
years.
7 years.
Yes,
Okay.
it's been 7 years.
Okay, so I want to hear Vero's version of the story of how you guys met. First of all, you guys have an incredible video that's viewable on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
The drunk
I
history.
really like that video.
It's so good.
We'll put the link in.
We definitely need to put the link in there. It's such a good video. It's so
yeah.
funny. So that you guys played that at your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But was that accurate when you saw that video? Is that like, yes, that's how it all happened?
I mean, it was like a satirical version of it, but I guess
That's how it
I
happened.
can. Yeah, I can.
The
say
escalator
that it was.
scene?
Escalator?
Was
No,
it an
the
escalator scene?
What are you talking about? There was an escalator? I don't got that kind of
No,
budget.
I
dude.
know you were talking about when Robin and Ryan's like skipping across and then like
Yes,
passing each other.
yes. That's what I mean.
Oh, that was right in front of, across the street from Chetna
It didn't
Plaza.
happen like
in
that. It
K-Town.
didn't happen like that.
Okay, so
That was a 2-week period that like we. That
you definitely were not into him in the beginning.
I was not. No.
So why?
I mean,
Did
I
you
liked
marry
him.
this
He was
guy?
buying me pizza. He was buying me food. So
Why
I was
did
like,
you let
okay.
him buy you pizza? Because I'm sure there's a lot of guys who are down to buy you pizza. Why him?
It was.
The girls got to eat, right?
Yeah.
I see.
It
You know
was
what's
like
fun,
the
Vero?
right
I've never had
time.
this conversation with you. That's why I love podcasts. So why him? Because there's a lot of guys who are down
why
to buy
me?
you pizza.
Well, okay. I had like my checklist, right?
Mm-hmm.
My top 3. My first one was he has to be like Christian. He has to lead me in faith. And then when I found out his dad was a pastor, I was like, he can definitely do that. So like check.
That does. That does.
And then second one was like you have to be like really nice. Like you can't be like a scammer or like you can't be. You just have to have like a good heart.
As
which
Mark's
he
over here,
does.
he's in the corner laughing.
No, he does. He's just like has like some like defensive issues and like he.
Ryan's kind of a scammer though.
He tries to come off
he's
as
kind of
this
a good
person.
scammer.
Hustler.
He's a
No,
good
he's
scammer.
not.
Like
Actually.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, okay, like Robin Hood.
He's
Yeah.
definitely not a Robin Hood, and he's definitely not a good scammer.
Okay, yeah. Let's go.
He wears his everything on his sleeves. Like when he gets upset, he's upset.
Yeah, yeah,
Whenever,
yeah. That's
you know,
very
like
true.
he
Very
can't
true.
Have to be
hide his
scamming.
emotions.
Very true.
Okay,
Very
fine,
true.
yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
So there's no like, yeah, what you see is what you get. There's no like he has this, you know, he's not wearing a mask.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the third one is like he has to be funny, and obviously he thinks he's funny. I try not to give it to him these days, but
Yeah, you laugh.
But
though.
he's
She
pretty
laughs
funny.
Still.
I
After
mean,
7
He
years,
is
she
funny.
still laughs.
yeah,
He
I
is
think he's
funny.
pretty funny.
He is funny. Okay.
So he just checked those off at that time, and I was like, okay, I'm getting old, so like let's just get.
Okay.
Whoa,
wait.
whoa,
Let's
getting old.
let's rewind.
That is definitely. I'm
7
sure.
years. How old are you right now?
I'm 35. I'm 36 this year.
Okay.
I got her young.
Okay. So even
28.
then, so you were like, okay, I'm getting old. I gotta
I was-
figure this thing out.
Yeah,
20
I
years
think I was
old.
like 29.
Mm.
When we were
28,
dating.
28, turning 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I think he had just turned 28, and then we went from there.
Okay, that's dope. So, he checked the boxes, and you gave him some pizza dates, but then you also, from what I understand, you were just like, bro, like you're doing too much. Wasn't
What
there a doing too
What
much
was I doing
thing?
too much though?
He was just being like too aggressive. Like at that time, I
What's the
didn't
aggressive?
want.
Can you give?
I didn't want
context?
somebody to keep like I didn't want to be committed to somebody at that time.
Even
Bro,
though you were like, dude, I'm getting old. I gotta like figure this out. You were like,
No,
So
I
there's
decided
there's
to
this
marry
tension
him after
of-
we dated.
No,
but-
that's after we dated.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, she was like, "I'm still young. I don't want you, old man." Like, right? Like,
What's
Yeah,
the age
so-
difference?
5.5.
Okay.
He was just being too like aggressive. He was like texting me every morning, like
Good
we were
morning,
dating.
beautiful. Like that.
Like we were
Oh, is
dating,
that too
aggressive.
much? Is that too
Yeah, it
much?
was too much
That's
for
not
me
the
at
right
the time.
move.
At that time in my life, it was too much for me.
Okay, is there a time in a woman's
work
life where the every morning good morning text is the right move?
I think everybody's different. I think every girl's different.
She's
I
definitely
think,
different.
I think some girls would really appreciate that, so I can't say like it's like a good or bad thing. It's just for me it
what
wasn't
is it?
good.
Is it like you just seem too thirsty? Like, are you just too thirsty right now?
I think it was not Ryan, it was me. I think I just had commitment issues at that time, and I just didn't want to like.
Got it.
I didn't want to be like tied down by these
Yeah.
messages and make me feel guilty. You
Yeah,
know,
I get
so,
it.
like,
She legit didn't even let me down like easy. Like she was just like, "You text me too much." Like it's weird.
You are that person. You would be like, yo. You text
Yo,
me
yo,
too
yo,
much.
homie, yo, homie.
Stop texting me so much. You know what though? I appreciate that because you're literally telling the person what you want and what you don't want versus playing this game of like, he's doing this too much, so I'm just gonna like back away.
yeah,
That sucks because that leaves the other person like wondering like,
I agree.
I thought we were cool, but like, did I do something wrong?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
depressed for like
I
a
think
week.
I'm pretty say my words very directly, which
Yeah.
sometimes can hurt me because this guy doesn't like to direct words.
Oh.
He doesn't
Well-
like me being so direct. He wants me to like fluff it up a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah, maybe it's not so much. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll take it. I'll take
Just
it.
backtrack.
I'll
all over
take it.
yourself.
You know what it is? No, it's not that. It's that I am. Wording is everything, right? And
Yeah.
certain words trigger me, and I have a lot of trauma from my parents. That you know. So like I said, I tried to avoid marrying my mom for so long that I didn't realize I was marrying my
You
dad.
need to put more context on that. You gotta put more.
Sorry.
You
I was
just
trying
said,
to avoid.
I've been trying to
or
avoid marrying
meeting
my mom
someone
for so
like
long.
My mom.
Let's put
I-
some more
okay.
context on that.
All right. So more context is I was trying to avoid meeting someone that was like my mother, but I ended up meeting or marrying someone that's more like my father. And many like my mom, my father, my dad, and her like they get along. Like my dad's like, oh, he likes her stories, and he really gets into like what she does, like what she's into and stuff. So it's like, I think they definitely have the same mindset with a lot of things. So, oh yeah, she definitely.
We do. We get along.
Yeah.
I like your dad.
Yeah.
I like your mom too, but.
Yeah. Don't worry, my mom's not gonna watch this.
Mom's not subscribed.
Mom, my dad might be subscribed. My mom won't be.
No.
Dude, from what I understand about your dad's all like super digitally like
My dad-
he's tapped in.
My dad straight up asked me the other day, he's like, "Hey, what's going on with your podcast?" I was like, it's editing and stuff, and
He's like, you need me to edit it?
Yeah.
He's like, I got these AI tools.
He could totally do it.
That is
for sure.
Dude, today Ryan asked me, he's like, yo, dude, how do I accept your collab post? I'm like, are you kidding me, bro?
I looked everywhere. I looked on the okay, Anyways, like we don't talk about that. I'm learning.
Your dad is way more technologically savvy than you are.
Yes, in a sense, I think I know how to do like a little bit more like hands-on than putting together my computer stuff. Like I don't think my dad.
You just say yes.
Huh?
Just say yes.
I feel like
Yes.
if we brought your dad in to host
Oh
this
my
thing,
God,
he would smash it. He would crush this thing.
Yo, he would crazy. Like we'd start off with a 20-minute prayer.
I would love that. Maybe not 20 minutes.
The
Chuya.
the 3 times, Like.
All right, let's get back to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
We digress.
Sorry.
Okay,
He's
so
also
we're
a
here.
producer.
Vero's here. Okay, you were coming on too strong. You were texting too much
And then
every morning.
Yeah.
And then she was like, bro, like, you got to chill out on
And
that.
then I did, right? We stopped talking.
That's what's cool. You told him exactly what you wanted. And you complied.
Yeah.
And did that, like, what did that do for you? That he complied. He's like, oh, okay, cool. We can keep it going?
Yeah, no.
That was attractive that he complied.
No, it was the end.
What? The end?
We
Yeah, it
stopped
was the
talking for
end.
like 2 weeks. She
What the
broke
hell?
up with me, or like said, "Hey,
You guys broke up?
not broke. We weren't together,
We
so
were
right,
just, like,
we're hanging
talking.
out.
We weren't like official or anything. We were just talking. I think this was like only like.
We're just hanging out. Yeah, this was in the
like,
beginning,
couple
very
weeks.
in the beginning.
Okay.
I would do whatever I could to hang out with her. Like, do you want to go to church? Oh, I need to go to the market. You want to come with me? Like, she's like, oh yeah, sure.
I liked
so I would
going to the
extend it
market.
for like 30
You
minutes.
like going to the market, so you guys did market dates.
Yeah, we did a lot of market
I
dates.
really liked our market
And then
dates.
she would buy like kale and things like that. We don't eat kale now. We don't eat any of that
Okay,
stuff.
let's go back to
I
these
never got
markets.
kale.
I feel like you got some like healthy stuff with me, and then
I never got
kale.
uh,
I don't like
not
kale. I think kale is
anymore.
for decorative. I don't eat kale.
Okay. Well,
Well,
anyways.
Okay, this is really fun. Okay, on these market dates, was there a level of I need to buy items that are going to send a message and impress
Hell no.
each other?
No.
I
Like,
bought-
It was straight up like I need food for the
some
week.
pre-workout protein powder.
No, it was
No.
nothing like that.
Vegan.
yeah.
We just chit chat while we're just like walking down the aisle. We didn't really care for what we're buying. It
Remember when I was like, I need this milk from my bowels?
Milk
What?
for your balls.
I don't know. Sorry, that was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. Sorry.
Explain
Shit.
yourself.
No.
Where were
No,
you?
we
No.
don't want an explanation
I
of
know,
this
no.
story.
Okay. So, anyways, I bought the stuff that I normally would get anyways, like string cheese, milk, orange juice.
Okay.
At the time I was making.
AKA stuff that does not need to be cooked. You just rip that junk open, consume it, and
Yes,
keep it
I was
going.
buying snacks. I wasn't buying anything. It wasn't like we weren't doing like full market runs. It was like, oh, I just need a few things here and there. Do you need anything? Yeah,
So
sure.
how long are these market dates? Like 30 minutes?
20, 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But I would extend like whatever.
That's
I
a
hang on.
big commitment for something that's going to last so short.
Well, no. So we're already hanging out. We're doing something, and I'm like, we're hanging out with a group of friends, and I'm like, oh, and it ends, and I'm like, I need to go to the market. Do you need to go? And she would come with me. So I'd extend the date like a little bit, or extend the hangout, or get some. Is this news to you?
No,
She's
no,
like,
sorry.
was I there? She's like,
The look on your
Was
face
I
is just
part
like
of
you're just like, wait, is that what? Like,
oh, freak.
you okay?
Yeah, no.
A
Okay,
little
yeah,
tired,
continue,
little tired.
continue.
Yeah. So like, I would extend the dates. So it would just give us a little, give me a little bit more one-on-one time with her.
Was that effective for you? The fact that it was so casual and so like non-committal and like, oh yeah, we're not going on a date, we're just going shopping.
I think I preferred that than being so committed and like feeling guilty if he like took me somewhere fancy and it's like, oh, like now I have to give him more of my time, and it's like I didn't like it very much.
Okay,
so
time out. Were you different before meeting Ryan? Were you more of like, I need a guy to plan these like romantic, very like thoughtful dates?
I'm not sure. I want to say I did like that when I was younger.
I think you're still like that. I think
I-
she didn't like me. That's why she wasn't thinking it'd be like that.
I would prefer it, but I like to get into detail, and it's like, okay, like if we do this, is it stupid? Is it like we can just save money and eat at home, like way better food? Then like I get into it and it's like, ugh, like no, like we can't go out. Then like I could just make it. But because I'm so controlling that way, it takes away from like other people to just do the romantic justice that I think I may want.
Yeah.
So like,
Yes.
so I guess I don't know. I don't know what I really
Well,
want.
you're a very pragmatic, practical person.
Yes.
That
I
is-
A
am.
little too much.
You are the like
Yeah.
sidebar, make the illest peppers in the game.
Yes, it's actually not mine. It's Brian's. It's my
Okay,
younger
well, shout
brother.
out Brian. But like literally my favorite peppers that I'm like almost done, so I'm gonna have to get a refill soon.
They are
But
pretty
like
good.
you are a very DIY type person,
She is.
and you are very like, like why would I pay for that if I could do it myself better?
She was fixing cell phones for a while. iPhones.
Yes, you
People-
fixed my cell phone screen.
That was
She
like
tried to
a-
open the iPhone, bought the parts. Where did she fix it at?
That
was it
was
here
like
at
a
her
No,
house?
that was
Very-
during Dojo days when we still had the Dojo.
I'm saying, did you fix it at somewhere? Because she was doing them like legit at like Tobang. Like I was holding a light and she was like fixing people's phones at like
Yeah, I
Tobang.
remember that.
How freaking
I
sick
wish
is
I had
that?
gotten OEM parts to
I wish we would have charged
to
people.
fix
for that.
it properly, not by reman parts. Anyways,
love
that was
that.
just
I
a
love
phase,
that.
and like I'm not doing
She's
that
good with
anymore.
her hands.
So
Her dad's a mechanic, so
Ah.
like she's really good. And I think her sister's good with her hands. She's like a good artist.
Yeah.
And her brother is really good with his hands
You're
too.
among
so-
there, right?
Middle
my
child.
middle child.
Oh,
yeah.
that's why I knew that.
Brian's my
That's
brother's
why we
You guys vibe.
connect.
Yeah.
We are the black sheep,
Stubborn.
middle child, children's.
True, true.
Okay, cool.
So tell them what else happened after.
Hey, why don't you ask her some questions, bro? Why?
I
I'm over
am.
here?
That's what I'm doing.
I don't like where you're leading with these questions. I
'Cause
don't
we're
want to
trying
share
to get
that
to
part.
the bottom of,
Okay.
because like Ryan has told
We
the
don't have to go
story
into
of how
specifics,
y'all
but-
got together and all that. I feel like we're here to fact check by bouncing
That
it
story
off
is 100% true, so you don't need to fact check that one.
Okay, okay.
But we can talk about it, you know.
I don't want to talk about the story.
Okay, cool.
That story.
Cool. You guys
'Cause
want to
that-
ask me questions
Because that
then?
story is true, and I don't want to say it out loud.
Ah, so he got you.
Yeah. Well,
Well, is it that he got me, or is it that I?
Let yourself get got.
what the hell is it? What's the difference?
I don't know,
It's the
dude.
same shit. Let yourself.
Anyways,
Oh no, you
man.
didn't get me. I just let
Anyways.
myself get got.
Because that still puts her in the
In the power.
in the power
I
seat,
let
bro.
you do it. I let you do it. I let you trick me.
That's kind of funny though.
So let me ask you
That's
this:
kind of dope.
Am I the guy? Am I the guy like the guy that when you first met? Am I the same person or am I better? Her eyes were really
That's a
big.
real
right now.
moment right here.
I think in our marriage, as a husband and as a partner, you've gotten way better for sure.
Let's go.
There are certain aspects. Of course, I didn't know you 100% fully until after we got married, and I'm still figuring out the kinks of that. But I mean, but at the end of the day, that's what you're supposed to do in a marriage, right? So
Do you want to be dating again? Would you date? Would
date you again?
No, not me. Like
Whoa, that's a great question.
okay. Oh yeah, that is a great question. Would you, if
Would
you could
you
do it
date
over?
him again? And okay.
It's okay. I already know the answer, so it's not gonna hurt me.
I don't know why I'm doing this right now. I feel like, okay, safe space, right? Safe space with all these cameras and like we're in a safe
Not
space.
a safe space.
But this is real. This is so real. This is so real. I love this right now because you guys are talking about like, man, how long have you guys been married now?
It's
4
going
years.
4 years.
4
yeah.
years. And we just threw a freaking pandemic right in the middle of all
We
that
got married
craziness.
right before the pandemic.
I know.
So, yeah.
You guys have been through a lot of stuff, and I've been there with y'all through the stuff too.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's just keep it real. It's not all peaches and rainbows. It's
Oh,
difficult.
we have no problem, like, airing it out in
Yeah,
front of
know,
we're
people.
but-
right by all the fucking
But
time.
like
In front of
legit,
people.
everybody
Yeah, it's
out there
okay.
that is married and or thinking about it or has been in relationship and out of relationship all know, duh, like this is real life stuff. And bro, like yeah, I've seen literally like some of my best friends who get married and get divorced and
Yeah.
like, but you guys are weathering these storms. And I'm so proud and so happy and so encouraged by you guys growing together. And like you guys have, so what I tell Ryan, I legit have never been friends with any of his girlfriends, like none. And I'm like, bro, I love Vero.
Yeah.
Vero's like the homie.
Yeah.
I'm the friend now.
And I'm
No,
like,
got kicked out.
to the point where I'm like,
No.
you don't even need to show up, Ryan. I'm just going to hang out with Vero today.
You're actually more of a better more fun than I am.
Actually, yes.
No, and I know
I
that's
think it's 'cause
You're
you just
kind of
got
old man
old,
these
yeah.
days.
no.
It's okay though. You need to just work out and you'll get more energy.
Honestly, with me and Vero, like we do have our because we're both very passionate. We're both very very, I guess, alpha energy. So like
Yeah.
I think like with marriage, I'm learning to bring down my alpha energy. But the thing is that when we have it at the same time and we're on the same wavelength, we're like very strong. You know what I mean?
No,
and
so
it's like we
yeah.
connect like.
I've seen
quick.
you guys like run together too, which
Yeah.
is so dope. But I say all that to get to my point is I've seen you guys weather some pretty difficult times, and I also see you guys growing in that too. And I see the like lowering of guard to like lowering pride and lowering whatever. Like you get what I'm saying. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's-
And so like as we're talking about
It's hard, right, babe? It's
Tough,
hard.
it's a tough road, but
yes,
it's worth it.
But
like
what you just said.
it's worth it.
Worth it.
At the time, sometimes I'm like, F this, I'm done. Like I've said it. I've said it, and we've definitely talked about like of like, hey, we can't go there, and we shouldn't go there. And sometimes I'm a guy, I'm stupid. I'll say things, and I'm like, she's like, you're gonna regret saying that. Like you already. Basically, I say it, or if I say something on that line, like in the past, like it's like I've already lost all my credibility for that fight. So it's like, don't bring that up because it's not an option. We don't want it to be an option. But yeah, we definitely had our moments. But when we like, there are times where, well, not times, but we connect. Even our humor, even till this day, we still. I have a weird humor, but she's still like we still connect with like when we laugh about these. I don't know how to explain it, these inside jokes that we have, and it's just like
that's the beautiful thing of that, like that unspoken, like I don't know what it is, but we are just meant to be together.
yeah. I think it's just
work.
we're learning to how to work together because we both just done things on our own, and
I agree with you.
yeah. So it's like
That's dope, man. That's super dope.
but it's not easy, It's whole marriage thing. Like
Yeah, very
before, I would say, "Hey,
hear
you should
that.
get married."
Yeah.
Now I'm like, "You just
Don't
Legit.
Don't get married.
like 100%, 100%. I'll even say 101% because that's impossible. 100% of everyone that I know is married all say it's difficult. And they all say it's worth it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, what the hell are people signing up for when you just are signing up for something that's going to 100% be difficult, but why do it then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why-
And we
why do
know
it?
about the divorce rates. Forget like, Christian, non-Christian, like bro, it's the same. Like what is it? 51%, 52%? I don't even know what the stats are.
50% of
No, it's like more. It's like
oh,
more
yeah.
than half. Like more than half of marriages end up in divorce.
Yeah.
And that does not exclude,
it's
the Christian
53.4%.
faith or not. Because at the end of the day, people are the same, dude. Like we all
What's
struggle
the
with the
fact
same
check
stuff.
now?
Should we fact check it?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Because I
fact
thought
check
it was
this.
going to be like 40%.
What is the divorce rate in America?
In what? In America?
I
Let's
say
say America.
53.7.
Let's fact check this because I'm very interested because I heard the last time I checked it's more than 50%.
40 to 50 of first marriages end in divorce.
For what?
40 to
40 to
50.
50?
Percent?
Yeah. First marriages end in divorce. The divorce rate for second marriages is even higher at approximately 60 to 67%.
Oh, so the more you get married, the more likely you're to get divorced.
Yeah, because
That
after
makes
that,
sense.
it's like...
Right, like,
Yeah,
dude,
that
I've been
makes
around
sense.
this block
Yeah,
like many
it's
times.
That's why it's
easy.
like it's a good ceremony, decent ceremony,
The first time
Vegas.
it's hard, the second time it's easy.
Oh,
Home,
Yeah, right.
you know?
That's a very interesting psychological thing there.
We're in
too.
California. There's a lot of people here that are like married thrice.
Multiple times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
so-
I know
know-
them.
Oh, you know?
I know them. But like, so that being the case, the choice, literally, the key word I think is the choice. The choice is, I may not feel the butterfly, freaking warm fuzzies every day,
Yeah.
but I choose to love you. That choice is a sacrifice because it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts, right? Like, I'm like, I don't want to do this.
I mean,
I
it's
would
not...
rather do it this way,
Yeah, sure.
but
yeah.
like, I'm gonna choose to like die to myself, and choose my partner, choose my spouse that I committed to, and not to take it biblical, but I will for a second. That's what Jesus did for us.
Yes.
So that model of marriage, because it comes from that. It comes
for
from how
sure.
Jesus died for the church, and that's a whole other topic that we won't get into.
Yeah, no,
but
we
that choice of sacrifice, like literally dying to like what I want versus what I know that is gonna be best for that other person, I'm gonna lay myself down
Yes.
for that other person.
So let's go back to the. So would you do it all over again if you could, knowing what you know now?
This is what
and you know
Ryan
what?
really wants
And you know
to
what?
know.
It's okay because I'm not gonna get offended because I already know the answer. And too bad you're stuck.
You already know
that
the
ain't gonna
answer.
happen. It's not gonna. There's no Will Smith genie over here to grant you that. That sounded really mean.
I love how you
I'm
went
like,
to
you're
Will
stuck.
Smith genie. Like, I don't think of Will Smith when I
I
think
know
of genie.
Robin. I don't know why
He
I
was
said
the
Will Smith.
worst in that, but like, okay,
He had a rap though.
that's made it better.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, let's not divert from
Vero's
the.
about to leave right now. She's like,
No,
"Can I
she's
leave?"
thinking right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you
We're
shouldn't
giving-
have to think this
We're
much,
giving
but
her
it's okay.
some buffering time.
You're supposed to say yes. Well, I can't. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah, marriage, I think, is supposed to make you into like a better human being, right? Because now half of your life is you're sharing with somebody else, and you can't do everything 100% the way you want it. You have to share it with that person. So if it's going to be if I'm not married or I'm married, then yeah, I would choose to be married. Because you learn more, like as an individual, as an adult.
Okay. That's a very politician answer. You say, I hate politics, but damn, you did it a really good job. That actually was a good, like, sidestep, but good. So we'll just take that as a...
Are you taking that?
Huh?
Do you take that?
No, I don't. I mean, I already know what the answer is because...
What do you think the answer is? You keep saying that, but what do you
I
mean?
think the
Yeah,
answer
what
is...
is my answer?
I think the answer is that, yes, she would, but... yes, she would. No. No, it's just that there's stuff that I learned through marriage. Like, you know, you're raised a certain way. Both of us are raised differently. She has her value or the way she looks at things. Even to this day, we look at things definitely at a different spectrum of the situation and how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think as a joke now, right, where she's joking and she'll probably like joke like, yeah, no, right, but I personally don't think that anyone can handle your bravado as much as I do.
That was the sweetest thing I've ever heard you say, bro. I'm gonna.
It's not that I know you don't think that I can because I react to it in a negative. Like I'm not reacting to it easily, but my reaction was something that was like a PTSD thing from my past that I'm learning how to fix. So my reactions from you have been getting less and less intense. I think.
Okay.
What?
Let's talk about this later. Let's go back to it because we're gonna have to do some
I love it.
research on this.
Research.
What?
I love the research.
What do you mean? I'm just saying when you're like
It's okay, we'll come back to it later. It's fine.
Don't do that right now. don't. We'll be back. Well, like push me.
You'll be back. I'll be back.
And we'll get back to that last statement
Next-
after these commercials.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think I'm a good husband?
I think you have definitely a lot to work on. I mean, as like me as well, but I think you
Oh, we'll get to that.
definitely do a lot better.
Okay. Do you think you're a good wife?
Like I said, also me. I'm also lacking too.
Yeah.
And I can also do more. But I think you could do more than me.
Hey guys, this
And
is
that's
great.
the society we live in, right? But
No. So I love this, guys, because how often do you guys have these types of conversations?
what do you mean like this, where we can
Like, legit
we're on
this
camera?
conversation.
We should probably put every fight on camera. So like, hey, babe,
We're not fighting over
not
here.
fighting, not
We're
fight,
fighting.
but like every conversation, if we're like, boop, we put a camera on, we're like, maybe we might be no. I think we're a little bit. We become.
We don't talk about it much.
Do you guys feel
just
uncomfortable
like
right
that,
now?
like-
Like, do you guys feel uncomfortable? I don't feel.
I
Like
don't.
I don't feel like either of you guys feel uncomfortable.
I don't feel
which
uncomfortable, no.
which is what I love, and I wouldn't expect you guys because I know you guys are both just freaking real people. But then we're having these real conversations, and that's exactly what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a podcast for us to be like, we have to talk for an hour. What are
Yeah.
we gonna talk about? Versus like us showing up, hey, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna go to freaking like Tobang today, and then, how was your week? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Was it cool? All right, cool. Let's drink and then let's eat. Let's go to Norabang.
Done.
Which is fine, and it's great. I love that. But then, these types of conversations that we all know that everybody out there has these conversations or needs to have these conversations. And maybe they don't know how to do it because they're just like, how do I do this? And I'm not over here being like, yeah, we're your therapist. We're not therapists.
No.
We're just friends. And we're also just trying to live life well as best as we can. But like, as I'm hearing and seeing you guys, like, straight up, I love y'all so much.
We love you too, man.
Straight up.
And I love you too.
And
Thank you for doing this.
And I know how, like, Vero limped in here. Somehow her
Yeah,
legs
she's
hurting, but she's just
hurting.
down. She's had her burrito. She's like, I'm hungry. Can we do this after I eat my burrito? I'm like, yeah, do whatever you want. But then, and being so willing to put yourselves on blast in some ways and be transparent, it's a beautiful thing because it's honest. It's really just real and authentic. And somebody out there is going to be like, I needed to hear this conversation. I needed to see this interaction because I'm experiencing this with my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever the freak. And as a single person, I love seeing the rawness of Desi poking his bear. I just got sidetracked. I was like,
sorry.
squirrel!
Sorry,
I got
dude.
super
Des,
psyched.
come on, man. You
Desi,
know you're
you
cute.
can't be like making me lose my thought process because you're all hella cute and stuff.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I love Desi. No, but like, I'm saying there is something very valuable and very powerful of your guys' rawness. Because I don't look at you guys and been like, you guys are trying to act like this, like cookie cutter, perfect married couple. Because there's no such thing. We're not, bro. We just got out of COVID, bro. There's no such thing as cookie cutter anything.
Yeah.
We're just trying to like survive and do well, and like hopefully figure out like that we have a purpose.
Yeah.
And so like when I look at you guys, I just see a beautiful struggle, but that is literally life. It's a beautiful struggle. It's not linear. It's not this just like, yeah, just keep doing this and you'll be fine. You're gonna ebb and flow, waves and crashes. And
we actually didn't really fight that much in our relationship when we were dating. We fought more like after.
In marriage.
Yeah, in marriage.
How long did you guys date for before you guys got married?
I want to say 3 years. 3 years.
2 years.
3 years. 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Oh, we got engaged after 2 years.
Yeah,
2 or 3 years.
And then
Y'all dated
were
for 2
engaged
or
for
3
a
years.
year.
2
No,
or
it
3
wasn't.
years.
2 or 3
So, you know what's funny about this situation is usually the guy that doesn't know like the dates, but she's like, what? Like
She's kind of more the guy in the relationship.
Not to out myself,
Guy, I'm using
but
air quotes right now.
when we talk about like
Oh, man.
masculine energy, we have very she has strong masculine energy. Like she's you know as a yeah. So
You don't like that? You don't like that?
you
I
know
don't like that either.
and boys
I don't
and
like
guys
that about
out there,
myself.
I'm gonna say I did like that when I was younger when I thought, but I love that about her when we're on the same path. But when we're not, it is the strongest wall to go to try to climb or to.
Would you want him to be more quote unquote masculine?
I don't. She thinks she does. Sorry, I didn't mean to answer a question. Sorry, I'll just shut up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes.
See, this is me learning. Okay, like
I love it.
Okay.
This is real time stuff, bro. This is what we're doing out here.
I think that Ryan can take lead without emotion. I would want him to be more masculine by taking emotion out of his, like triggers and, like our fights. But that's who he is. So I can't change that. He can't change that. So what I would want would be impossible.
But wouldn't you rather have me do what I do and let you know my emotions and be able to vocalize it, whereas most men in this world cannot, or they don't know how to, or they don't. So they actually build it up and it comes out in worse ways. It comes out,
I think
when I
everybody's
pick it up.
different, and I think it's okay.
All right, fine. All right, let's go. Tough.
Here's what
man.
I think. Here, just my opinion, because I've been y'all's friends for a good minute. Is Desi okay?
He's good. He's good. He has a little cough every now and then. Dry throat.
Vero, you're a very strong-minded woman, and not just minded. You are strong. Period. Like you're strong, and you are like an independent. Like you don't need anything, and like you do what you want, free-spirited. But you're like boss lady, like the whole thing. And that's why you're you're also just like down to have fun and you're chill and
welcoming,
warm,
she doesn't step on people's
kind,
toes, like
generous,
I feel so.
hospitable.
you really don't. You know how
You really
to
want me to give you
honestly,
your flowers
you know
right
how
now?
to-
I'm about to dump
She knows
the
how to
flowers on
balance
you.
it, where she does it, where she's bossy, like boss lady, but she doesn't step on people's toes when they're like, "What the hell's wrong with her?" Like,
No,
at least on a personal, maybe strangers that don't know you that might feel like that, but
Yeah. So I don't think I've ever told you anything. This is why we podcast, because we're like, I get to like dump the stuff on you that I've always wanted to say. I'm gonna glow you up real quick. You are all these amazing quality things, and you're so strong. But I know that there's a side of you, a very like strong side of you that wants to rest. And like, can I like come home and not be that? You know what I'm saying? And so, I think when you're out in the world, you are everything I just said. And then when you're at home, you want to rest. And you want to sort of just be like, I just want to like chill. And you want someone to kind of like, in some ways, take the lead. Like, can you like, can I just chill? And then can you take it over from here so that I can like rest in you like kind of taking it over? But it's not this like power thing. You're not looking for like, I'm gonna give up my power. It's not that. It's just like, can we be good partners? It's just that.
I think, like you said it perfectly. You're being like straight up our therapist right now, which I really love.
Am I a therapist? I am not, by the way.
But I think exactly what you said. I've never actually thought about it, but it actually really makes sense to me. And yeah, I think I would. And I was never able to say those exact words to Ryan.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not about, I think, it shouldn't be about what I want. It should be about what Ryan wants. And I would
What
hope
we
that what Ryan would think, it's not about what he wants. It's about what Vero wants. So
yeah.
that we can both cater to each other's needs rather than
Let's
trying to
go.
cater to our own needs, right?
Yeah.
But I think we're having a difficult time doing that. I think we're still both very selfish, and we haven't been able to.
We're always gonna be selfish, though.
Ryan
We're always gonna
is trying his best, like, because I'm very demanding. I want all these things, and he doesn't want to hear my bullshit. So he's just like, okay, like he just does it.
I learned it's just easier for me if when you ask me, just do it right then and there. Like that's what I learned. Like that's what I learned, and because that's what you wanted,
Yes.
right? So after me doing that for a couple of weeks, and then when something happens where I'm like, hey, and then your personality is like, you push back. That's when I'm a little bit more sensitive, and I'm like, yo, like I'm doing this. What you asked me, like what's going on, like you know, and that's when we fight. So just.
Just
What? You
what?
look so.
Just
What's
what?
going on with your eyes right now? You look so
No,
like
finish the sentence.
scary.
Just what?
I don't even know. I'm so. I forgot. Like you have to look at like why
knocked you off your track,
I'm literally
dude.
talking to you like in like you know, and you're just like I'm like real with you, and you're like like terrifying or whatever. It's scary. I'm like hot right now. Can we get the AC? But no, real. Like, but with all jokes aside, like all whatever, like. My whole life, everyone tells me what I do wrong. Like, I fuck up all the time. Like, I do something, I offend someone, I overstep my boundary. I've done it. So I've learned to take that kind of criticism and just, like, I've been able to change, you know. And I think what's good is that when we fight these days, it's lasting a lot less, not as long. So we're getting there.
I thought we're not gonna talk about us like in
I don't
detail.
know,
Let's
dude.
talk about
We
you
just started
guys
talking
now.
about stuff. We just went
Yeah,
there.
let's-
No,
Is it
I
naturally
mean,
just
let's
went there?
not get into detail, right? I'm just
Let's
saying.
talk about Mark, Oppa, and Dan Oppa.
We don't. That's not how the
I
show
think we're
works,
being
babe.
selfish by
Well, it
taking
is
them all
now.
the time.
Apparently, she just shifted the gears. So what are we talking about, guys? You guys want to ask us questions?
Yes.
This is a real
Sure.
time.
What do you
real
think about what
conversation.
I just said, Vero? No, I'm just kidding.
I will tell. Okay.
No,
you know
let's
what?
not go there. Let's not.
No, you don't wanna go there?
answer that question.
Okay, real quick, I want to just address that because I love y'all, for real. I really love y'all. Like F this podcast, like not F the podcast. But
Yeah, this is gonna be in the podcast.
yeah, we're keeping this in because this is a real thing. I have so much hope in y'all. Not like you guys
All right, yeah, no.
need it, but
Yeah.
I'm saying so much hope because I see the rawness of life that you guys have lived through, and I've been able to see it. Like you guys don't sugarcoat stuff. Like when I come out, like hang out with you guys, you're not trying to put on this front of like, oh no, we're good. I'm like, no, you guys aren't good.
No.
Like I know you guys fought before I came here,
Literally
or
sometimes,
you guys
yeah.
are mad at each other right now, and you guys don't hide it, and I kind of love that. I
She's
actually
like,
really do.
yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
I kind of love that because I'm like, damn,
He's
this
like,
is freaking
what's happening
real.
today?
I'm like, Vero, do you need, like, should we go get a drink? Like, me and you? Like, let's go do it. Or, like, Ryan, do you want to step out of the house? Or, like, you guys need to just yell at me? Like, yell at me, bro. Like, just yell at me. I don't care. But, like, what I love about that is that is the reality of this world that, for whatever reason, when we put out content, it's like, nah, we got to package it to make it look good. To make it inspiring, make it have this like, oh, like
Yeah,
we got this and we turned it into this. Like no. Sometimes the content just needs to be like, it is difficult. We're trying to figure it out because there's so many people out there who are literally in that space. They're like, I haven't figured it out. I just need to know that someone else is experiencing this and not just me.
Yeah.
I think that's the powerful stuff.
Oh, for sure.
And so when I go back to you guys that I know and I'm very hopeful for, because I've had individual solo conversations with both of y'all, and then now this, like, we're just doing this on a podcast now. I'm just really happy because we're what we're doing is, yeah, guys, stuff is ugly. Stuff is messy. It's scrappy. It's just like, I don't know. But, like, welcome to reality, y'all. Because if you're tuning in, you're listening, and if you're still listening or watching, you relate to this. Yes. Otherwise, you would have tuned out a long time ago.
No, real talk.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I don't need to edit. We don't need to edit this. We don't need to be like, oh, let's shift gears. I'm down to shift gears. You want to put me in the hot seat? We'll get to that in a second. But I just want to affirm for y'all, like, this is beautiful, dude.
Oh, for
this
sure.
is freaking beautiful.
I've learned so much through being married to Vero because, and real talk, like, her family, like, they have like expectation, and that's just of like what is proper, what is right, what to do the right thing, to help out everyone. Like, that's for me coming in. Like, I'm the baby of my family, so I didn't have to lift a finger for anything. Whereas in this family, it's like you gotta pay your due. You gotta what do you call it? Pay your way or whatever. Do your part to make everything work as is. You're a cog in this, like, working machine. Yeah. So once I got that, and then I started applying it with other stuff in my life. It's like, yeah, I see myself with marriage. Like, even though we've had our battles, like, I do see it as beautiful, and
awesome.
And I think one of the things I could say, if anything, it's like, I think the fact that we're not trying to have kids at the moment or at all, like, that having a kid just kind of makes it way more stressful because a lot of people get married and they think like, oh, you're married for 1 or 2 years and you have to have a kid, but a lot of them probably aren't ready to have a kid, and then that kid makes an extra stress in the relationship, and then they get divorced. So what I can say about Vero is that I know, we have different views on things, but if we're walking down the street and there's two people, guy and a girl, or two guys, or a small guy, or even a big guy, like, and I'm like, babe, we have to fight, we have to defend ourselves. I already know she's gonna be doing the camel clutch and all that, so
I believe,
and that's one thing I really respect about Vera. I know she's like, she got my back like that, and that's the one thing that's like the strongest, in my opinion, in my eyes. So
I love that. That's a cheers moment right there. We need a cheers to that. I am going to wow, that's really good. It's really good. It's really good.
I think we don't know what the heck we're doing.
No one does, right?
Nobody does.
Yeah, but I think
I got enough. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard. It's
good?
Fun. We don't need to set an example of marriage or life because we don't know how to do it.
Cheers.
But I'm sure people do fight, and it's like, it's okay. I guess that's what I would want to say.
It's okay.
That is the sweetest thing.
Did you see what she did though? I wanted a kiss on the lips, and she went, "Give me the cheek."
You know what I love about y'all? Like, I've known you a lot longer than I've known Vero.
Mm-hmm.
You, to me, have always been somebody who's like, nah, this is like, I'm the man, quote unquote, I'm the man in the relationship. I'm gonna da-da-da-da-da, like, establish my whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever toxic male masculinity thing it is that we've all kind of learned. We've learned it. I've seen you drop those things,
you have to.
Those behaviors, those ways of thinking. And dude, that's inspiring, bro. Especially because I know you. That is not easy for you to drop.
I was clawing my...
So I've seen a lot of humbling. You've humbled yourself a lot.
I lost my edge. That's what we were talking about.
I don't want to say you've lost your edge. You got it. Because you pissed me off a lot. Your edge is still there. And that pisses me off that too. Often.
Just got better. That's not that.
See, Mark's over here laughing, taking notes. No, you still have it.
I still have it.
But you choose to.
I'm learning how to be. Yeah.
You choose to mute it. You choose to be like, okay, that's not worth me. You know, like I don't need to. Be
I throw away a lot of zingers when someone's talking something. And I'm like, ooh, this is good, and
but
I'm like, wait, this is not the right moment.
You choosing to serve the room. Versus like I need to get my shine in right now because
sometimes the zinger is so good that the room is like they'll laugh.
Well then
but that's like it's still very selfish. So yes, I.
But like dude, we still love you for that though. Like okay, that's Ryan. Like you're the one dude that roasts me, and I'm like that's why you're the one guy that I choose to roast back.
And you roast me
you
hard.
know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of people do that for me. I'm like okay, only Ryan can let me get to that place.
Yeah.
But like, but I see such a good balance between y'all. Like, because the energies are so high, and high in different ways. But then choosing to like, I'm gonna concede, and to her, or she's gonna concede to you because you're choosing to love each other.
Yeah.
Because of that commitment.
No, yeah, for
you know
sure.
What I'm saying?
For sure.
That to me is super cool.
No, it's I heard this one song recently.
That's the difficult part of the marriage.
Of course. Duh, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And you know, what's crazy is I actually heard this Neo song recently, and I thought of you. It was like and I'm a moving by myself, and we're a force when we're together. I don't know where I'm putting my hands up. Do you know that song?
I don't know, but keep going. This is good.
I don't know the rest. I don't know the rest. It's just moving by myself, but we're a force when we're together.
I love it.
That's such a dope song.
Say the words without singing it.
Movement by myself.
Uh-huh.
We're a force when we're together.
Woo! Bars.
Yeah.
Shout out Neo.
Shout out Neo.
Those are some powerful words.
Those are powerful words. So that's I thought of her.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what we are.
That's so dope.
You know, and that's the thing. Like I always tell her, like there are times where we're not on the same page, but when we're really on the same page, which is a good amount of time. It's like half. Like it's like we're getting things done, you know, it's everything's good. We can hustle, like we can hustle together because her like just her bravado of just wanting to do it, just getting it done, and then my tack that I can put into like, you know, it can work together. So we're figuring it out on that sense. Why do you look so?
I'm sorry, I'm like.
Tired? She's over it. She's done.
I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Well, cool guys. I mean, this has been fun.
Are you sure?
Well, I don't know. Are you having fun? Man. Did you have fun?
It was, but I'm so tired. We need to take shots or something.
You have your alcohol right there. Just
here, cheers.
All right, we're gonna take this shot, and then we might go like another 2 hours.
Yeah. Don't be falling asleep here, and then we wake up outside and we're chit chatting. You guys want food? Can I cook you guys something? You know.
Oh, you guys hungry? Should I cook you guys something?
No.
We don't got.
It's
I
late.
can make pasta.
No.
She's trying to over here make
pasta.
pasta. What?
No,
Chicken
no.
pasta?
We gotta kick people out, dude.
See, this is they're also
Studio's
dynamic.
closing.
Vero's over here trying to cook us a full-on meal, and Ryan's like, "Get the hell out of here." And then Desi's just being the cutest.
Cute.
Well, guys, this has been fun.
This was a good one. I like this.
This is a really good one. We didn't. Man, none of this stuff is scripted. We're just
so they might ask you. People might ask you to come back on.
Oh, I think Vero needs to be a regular. Like
She'll be a regular.
like a pseudo regular. Like she might need to just be.
Or like in Pee Wee Herman, the mailman guy.
Yes.
That was a famous guy, by the way. I forgot who it was, but
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah,
was,
sorry.
Bro. No, but this was fun. We just wanted to have a guest, and we're like, dude, let's freaking have your wife on, bro. She lives here.
Yeah, and she's.
I love you.
She's approved all the the budgeting on the podcast.
So this is our financier,
yeah.
And our producer,
She allows me to spend the money on the.
No, but Vero, you're awesome. Ryan, you're pretty awesome.
Ben, you are awesome, and Mark.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
But like, dude, these are some dope conversations, man. Like, yeah, we didn't really tap into like Asian stuff, but like, we're Asian, so it's relevant.
Yeah, it falls in. Yeah, it falls
you know
in.
what I mean? Like whatever we think and whatever we experience is relevant.
Yeah,
because we're Asian.
What is the percentage of Asians getting divorced?
Ooh, I bet you there is a
that's
stat.
Actually,
for that.
that's
sure
actually I'm interested.
If anybody out there knows that stat, feel free to drop that in the comments. Or reviews,
we might
or
even do a
whatever.
check right now.
I think Mark's looking it up.
Should we just let that be a?
That's kind of ending on a dark note. What are we trying to end on? Like how many Asian
Oh yeah,
marriages
you're
get
right.
divorced?
You're right.
Have
yeah.
a good
You know
night,
what?
everyone.
Put it in the comments if you see it. We're not gonna talk about it.
Actually, it's good. It's kind of good. For instance, Asian Americans have traditionally shown the lowest divorce rates of all races.
Hey,
Currently, it's 12.4 divorces per 1,000 people,
wow, that's not bad.
with at least one divorce for
Babe, what is that
80%
percentage?
of Asian American women and 16 of men.
Ooh, that's
So,
low.
And I also feel like that's
Parents.
cultural.
Parents, we're scared.
Because it's shamed.
Yeah.
Divorce
You have
is shamed.
dishonored our family.
Yeah, so it's like there's probably just a lot of really unhappy marriages. So
I mean, some of the parents, our parents, that went through marriage their whole life, they're not. They probably wanted to get divorced, but they couldn't. I think our parents' generation for
100%.
sure.
My mom
Yeah.
told me some stuff that I'm like, I've never known this.
Yeah, yeah.
She's told me some crazy things. So I'm like, wow. But God
Not to
bless
end it
my
on
mom.
that, but
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
good,
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
We're good.
We're good. And
Hey,
we're
keep
gonna
it up,
trekking.
guys.
This turned out to be the Vero and Ryan fact check show of how like they came together, but also, yeah, we'll talk more about this stuff. I'm out here single, trying to figure it out.
Hey,
And,
live your life, bro.
I am living.
No,
my life.
no rush, no rush.
Yeah.
2029. The scientists said it's gonna be too hot to
You're
date
gonna
anyways.
find the perfect one.
You are
I
though. You
believe
are.
it. I believe it. I really, really do believe it. So on that note, guys, thank you guys for watching, listening, tuning in. If you're finding us for the first time, we have at least a handful of episodes before this one. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss anything.
And don't forget to share. If you want to share something that resonates with you, or you kind of relate with, and you want to show your homie or your friend or whatever, please share it. It helps us, so.
We have a bunch of different social accounts, and all our handles are weirdly different. So
No, they're all the same
Are
except
they the
one.
same?
Twitter is the only one, and
Okay,
that's
so-
because we
so
can't have more than 15
let
characters.
us know what we're following here.
Yeah. It's all Conversations _ pod. That's on
Conversations _
pod.
Okay.
That's on the YouTube, the TikTok, and the Instagram.
Oh, we got a TikTok. We're popping.
We're
Irrelevant.
0
Gen
followers,
Z.
guys. So please,
That's for y'all.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
We're good.
Yeah,
we did
we're
it.
good.
Cool. All right.
All right,
Let's eat some burritos.
let's do it. Peace out.
Peace.